Welcome along back to the Proper BTEC podcast. I'm your host Cookie with co-host Hayden.
Oh, you said my name this time.
I did say your name this time.
Thank you very much.
And today we've got another guest. It is the boy John.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, mate? You
Yeah,
alright?
no, I'm good. This is my first ever podcast. This is my podcast virginity.
I'm glad we've taken that.
Nice.
He's popped his cherry. Look,
Little threesome going
what a
on.
podcast to come on
I
to.
know,
as well.
right? I know.
This is one of the best podcasts you'll ever be on, I think.
People kept saying to me, John, are you going to be on Happy Hour? When are you going to be on that? And I'm like, well,
No.
not until I've been on the BTEC podcast.
Yeah, you can't go there first. That's ridiculous. But when you get big though, this is people are going to come back to this video. So I'm really glad we've snapped you up now.
Is what? Is this free real estate, is it?
Yeah. This is good for this. And BTEC Cookie's going up to 1,000 subs now.
We're investing. We paid him a lot of money to come on this podcast.
Oh mate, big dollar. Big dollar.
Wasn't worth it.
We fed you as well, innit?
Yeah,
Well,
no, we fed each other.
Well, yeah.
No, that was it.
It was very romantic, I
It
must
was.
say. So we did put in your video, because let's talk about this straight away, how fast you eat
Yeah,
and drink.
yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Well,
You see it?
The thing is I'm doing intermittent fasting at the moment, and it got to as soon as it gets to the 18-hour mark, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready to just.
I saw that. Honestly, I saw that. Guys, you should have seen it. It was amazing. It was a very, very amazing. I eat fast. You're pretty average, isn't it?
I think I'm slow.
Yeah, average to slow.
Yeah.
This geezer, honestly, I've never seen someone eat so fast in his life. It was like a Hoover. Honestly, it
That's
was literally
good
like
Hoover.
Hoover just went straight over his plate. It was mad.
I've always
Honestly.
thought, you know, the food eating competitions that people do.
You'd be good at that.
I reckon I'd be good at a pizza one.
Just,
Really?
I reckon because I've eaten a large Domino's in about 5 minutes before without noticing.
That's an effort,
Yeah,
that is.
and I did it just subconsciously, and I looked down and my pizza was gone.
Do you reckon like you could go for more as well? Do you reckon you can have one pizza and think, yeah, let's have another?
If I was to eat it there and then immediately afterwards,
Yeah.
yes. If I wait a little while, I'll get full.
Yeah, because it's one of those it's delayed thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But if someone says eat 2 pizzas as quickly as you could, I reckon
Honestly, like from what I've seen today, I'm really impressed.
maybe that's a future video.
Let's get people on for food eating
Yeah,
challenges.
exactly.
Yeah, honestly, I think you've got something going there because you'll smash everybody.
Yeah,
This is probably going to go out after your video, so we could probably tell people about the Welly Wanging.
my video's going out on Monday. So when's this?
This
gonna
will
go out?
be probably Monday as well, but later.
Later on Monday.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so we went Welly Wanging today. Now, I've done Welly Wanging a few times. Took on
Yeah.
Robbie Knox, absolutely destroyed him.
Yeah.
Took on Jackmate.
Very
Jackmate beat me, but Jackmate did cheat. He
was
overstepped
cheating.
the mark.
Big cheat. Yeah.
I actually filmed with Max Fosh yesterday,
Mhm.
and I destroyed him.
Bless him. He did try though.
Today,
Okay.
yeah, not my finest wang.
No, no. I proper got out my big wang, didn't I?
Alright, first, can we just say this isn't a terminology for anything? This is an actual.
No, it's a Yorkshire word, wanging.
Yeah.
Wang, yeah. You
For
give it a good
Fridays.
wang, mate.
It's
We-
mad.
Got out my wang. You should have seen it.
He showed me his wang. It was
Wow.
big. It was
It was-
bigger than I was anticipating.
It was a lot bigger than John's wang. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
My
Put it
wang
that way.
yesterday was huge though, so it's funny how it can change day from day.
Because he measured it yesterday. Max Fosh measured it, right? 37 steps
Yeah.
of Max Fosh's steps.
So
That's a good wang. And what was mine say? 32 and a half?
32, 33. So if I'd have done yesterday's wang, but that's not the point. It's what happens on the day, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and your wang wasn't as big today.
Yeah.
It was weird. I thought honestly, because when I first did it, what happened?
Right. So if you haven't seen my video yet, I highly recommend going to see it because this will definitely
Do it.
make it in. The very first moment, the very first
It's
throw,
not
wasn't it?
practice wang.
Your test throw, the first one.
Yeah.
Cookie bigged himself up. He went to whip it, and it went
Backwards.
up. It went a long way up, and then it somehow then just started flying backwards. It landed about 5 meters behind you, but it went about 15 meters in the air.
Oh yeah, if we were going for height, mate, I smashed it, but
I've never seen that. I've seen a lot of people do test throw, and for it to have been completely unintentional.
well, that's the thing, because like I really wanted to go there and just launch a welly into orbit, and like I did sort of, but the wrong way, and I was like,
It is the best way to get into orbit. To be
Yeah.
fair, is up.
Was
Yeah.
you ever played Wii Sports Bowling? You
Oh,
know, when
that's
you
what I
can
look.
chuck
I
it
was
by,
just about to
yeah.
say that. That's what I look like.
It did look like
Yeah,
that. It
the
was
crowds
like that.
You'll see it in the video. It was ridiculous. Honestly, I couldn't believe I did it. I was really embarrassed, but it's going to make it in the video.
Yeah, this was like within the first 5 minutes of us meeting each other.
Oh no,
as
I
well.
wanted to go home straight after that. I was honestly gutted about it. But no, yeah. so we did that today. It was really good. And that's something about your channel I really like, because I've followed you for a long time now, because you came onto my channel through the video I did about Jackmate and I'm Alex.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out. I'd seen on Twitter that they had some sort of argument. So I was trying to figure out what it was. Typed it into YouTube. You were the top result for that. And your video was the only video up. You put that out really quickly as well. Yeah. So
views.
That one did do well for you.
It did alright. Yeah, it got me over 1,000 subs.
And didn't Jackmate comment on that video?
He did. Yeah, he did. He commented on it saying like, I actually can't remember, like good video or something like that. Yeah. And then it got a big reception because obviously he was on the comment section, so people were like, "Oh, mad! He's seen it, like wicked." I got loads of subscribers from that, and then it's sort of that's a base of where I started from, really. But that's where you came over, isn't it? Yeah,
I came over, and then you subscribed back to me. So I must have commented and said something. Okay.
You did, because I don't do sub for sub. So like, if I sub to you, it's because I like what you do. Quite simply. So you commented, and I don't know what it was. I just saw your name, so I clicked it, and then I saw your videos, and I was like, yeah, this guy's good. Like you are good. You only had like 100 subs at the time.
Yeah, I was very, very small. And then you asked me to be part of one of your videos. Me and JTTV.
That's the you remember.
Shout out Jay.
Yeah, big shout out to Jay. He's class, man. I really wish he did more videos.
And that was how you introduced me to him as well. Yeah, Jay, do more videos.
Yeah, Jay. Come on, you idiot.
You lazy.
Yeah, Jay. Jay.
But yeah, so that was well over a year ago. That was probably a year and a half ago at least.
Yeah, you did a good little segment for me for a video as well about waiting tables and that.
Yeah, waiting tables. I also edited some of your pictures.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah, that was good. That I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Okay, so from like someone who doesn't know what you do or anything, how would you describe your channel?
Oh, this is such an impossible question. I used to try and be like an anti-YouTuber comedy channel, and it sort of slowly developed over time to be sort of vlogs. Would you say?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with a purpose
and challenges. So I ripped off Cookie and I started doing 30-day challenges.
I was going to ask you about that. What made you want to do that?
I've been planning on doing it for ages, actually. Yeah. Because I wanted to. I actually decided I wanted to try and use this year as a year to try and like better myself a little bit.
Like
so
a year of improvement, sort of.
So I started with Dry January.
Right. Yeah. Good effort.
And I didn't film it, and then I decided I was going to do some sort of fitness one, but then I was getting more fed up with my procrastination and looking at my phone too much, so I ended up giving up my phone for a month.
That was good. I enjoyed that one.
And then what did I do after that? Vegetarian. I went vegetarian for a month.
Yeah. That was a really good thumbnail on that one. It was you as like a little baby, wasn't it? With the
do you know what? I can't claim that either. My really good mate made that thumbnail for me.
It was really.
I am terrible at thumbnails.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really bad. I actually hate it, and it's perverse because it's like the one thing
you need
that actually dictates whether or not anyone's going to watch your video.
The thumbnail is the most important thing about a video. It doesn't care what's in the video. The thumbnail is rubbish.
But I think this is what's really hard about being a YouTuber, because you are the director, you're the editor, you're the graphics artist, you're everything about.
And now you're doing the marketing as well. Yeah, it's impossible.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult to do, and if you've got one that's not really up there, it sort of hinders you a bit.
So I've got a lot of like fairly decent videos, but I don't know what title to give them. And then once I got the title, I'm really bad at that side of it. I wish I was better at that.
I know what you're saying, but it's one of those, because you're self-taught, it's always going to be that way, isn't it? But like, you'll get better and better as you go on, and I think they have 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, they've got loads better your thumbnails.
Oh yeah, well I used to think that before I wanted them to all be uniform, and they weren't clickable at all. They were awful. They were awful. And no one told me. No one even told me they were awful.
Do you know what I think I did? I think I said to you at one point, thumbnails need to be a little bit better.
Yeah, I can't. I don't even remember that. Like afterwards, I changed my thumbnail, and I went back and changed all of them. Yeah. And I got messages saying, "Oh, that's so much better." I was like, "Why didn't you say anything before? Let me sit here like an idiot for it."
Can you take the criticisms, like the constructive criticism like that? So if someone said that's shit, like would you be like, "All right, but what?"
If someone said that's shit, I'd probably be a bit defensive.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. Like, there's no way I know everything.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, I'd be doing quite well.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So I don't mind. Like when I look back at my old videos and my old thumbnails, I know they're not good. Like I know that my videos now are better, and I'm hoping in a year's time I look back at these videos and think that these are rubbish.
Do you ever watch your videos back and think, "Oh God"?
Yeah, quite a lot.
I do it all the time. You've watched some of my old videos. You cringe watching them.
Yeah, true.
What is the video that comes to mind when I say cringe cringe
for
cookie
you.
video for you.
For me, anything that's gone in the past.
Just anything.
Literally, videos 6 months ago, I'd be like, oh Jesus! Like, because I watch them, and I'm like, this is awful.
Is there anything on your channel that you wish wasn't there?
Yeah, some of the older commentary stuff.
Yeah.
So the stuff that I tried to do a video about James Charles, Liam Neeson, KSI. I tried to be a commentary channel.
Yeah.
And I hate watching that back. I wish that wasn't a thing. The only reason I did it is because of clicks and views. That's all I was going for. So I've got this problem where I don't know what I want to be on YouTube, and I think you've got a similar.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like a fairly.
But how do you deal with that? Because obviously, from a YouTuber's point of view, and there's probably a lot of people out there that don't know what they want to do. So like, how would you go about like trying to describe it to someone and like give advice and stuff?
But I've always tried lots of different things.
Yeah.
Like if you look at my like job history, it's insane. Like I used to work stacking shelves. I used to work at a pub. I used to work for the independent newspaper on the advertising team.
You ski resort as well.
I've done ski seasons. I've done a development project in Zimbabwe.
That's
I work for a mental health charity.
Yeah.
So like I think it's fine to like just keep trying lots of different things, keep seeing like what works for you.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing the same thing with YouTube. Like my videos recently have turned into more, like I've said, vlog styles.
Yeah, I think.
And I really was unsure, even last week, whether to post a video. I did because I thought it was a bit different.
Which one was that?
The one where I was like, I don't know what to do, trying to figure out and just figuring out, getting on with it.
Yeah.
And it ended up doing really well. So just keep trying lots of things, and eventually something will stick, I guess.
Do you think you'll find a niche? Because that's a big thing with YouTube, isn't it? And supposedly would help you with the algorithm. Like, do you think you'll ever find a thing where you think that's it? I'm doing all of that.
I once got a comment on Reddit which was saying that I needed to have a niche and I should try something like gaming. I was like, oh yeah, because gaming's not that.
What a comment though.
Yeah, they were like, you might be able to grow if you choose a niche like gaming.
What's niche about that? Yeah, no, fair enough.
Will I find a niche? I don't know. I think my niche might just be me. Yeah. Which is hard to market, but hopefully once people are on board, they'll be okay with it.
So this is, I allude to this quite a lot, but like, I'm pretty sure it was Simon Minter, who said, if you make videos that you're interested in, about you, etc., people will come for you and they'll stay for you.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you find a niche and like whatever, it might help. But he generally said, try not to pander to the crowd, and I think that's what I try to do. Is when I was making videos just for clicks, I don't think it works because people weren't there for me.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I think if you want to grow something, you've got to be a personality.
Well, like I said last week, I made a vlog, and so it's literally just about me.
Yeah.
And it did really well. So I've got like it's not a small audience. I've got like 10,000 subscribers now.
Really good audience,
which is a decent size, and I would say that I regularly get 2,000 of them watching.
So there's a difference between 10,000 subs and 300 views. To 10,000 subs and multiple thousand views, which is what you get on a regular basis, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, very fortunately, I've built up like a core of people that are interested enough to watch every video. So I'm slowly starting to like build that audience of people that just care about what I'm doing.
So about 3 or 4 months ago, you still had 200 subscribers? No, you had more than that. Just under 1,000, wasn't it?
I had about 900. About four months ago, I was on 900 subscribers.
So what happened for you to get to 10k?
Well, we've had the same thing happen to us.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
So I posted a video which was called a video about cans that isn't about cans.
Did you watch that?
I think I did.
I told him to watch it.
Yeah. So it was like a mental health analogy.
It was brilliant.
And Jack, mate, I think you tweeted about it.
I did, yeah. Cause I thought it was brilliant. Because I saw the title and thumbnail and I thought, what's this about? Because I know you're like, it's never going to be a video like. It's not going to be just completely random. Like, there's obviously a point behind it. So I watched it and I thought, this is quality, and this deserves way more than what it's going to get.
So you tweeted it, but then Jack, mate, tweeted it, and I gained something like 30 subscribers, and I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
Like I thought, sound, and also, how nice is it to a YouTuber that I've watched to watch that and tweet it out was like a really nice validation.
It's really surreal, isn't it?
It was bizarre. It was weird just to think that he'd watched it, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly.
And then the next week I posted my 30-day no phone video where I went without my phone for 30 days. And Jack, mate, commented on the video saying something like, "You are criminally underrated," which was really nice. I was like, wow. I was pretty happy with that. So I got the so the video went out and I lost some subscribers and it wasn't doing that well, but I was fairly happy with that comment. I thought, okay, well, at least at least I'm moving in the right direction. But then he posted it on a community tab.
Yeah.
He posted something saying, "I'm not putting out any video this week for XYZ reason, but go check this guy out." And then it just went mad overnight.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? I was watching it for you. I was watching it go up. It was mad.
It was absolutely mad. I think after 48 hours, it was on 8,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it was so good. But like, when that happened for you, did you get a bit of like a fluttery heart, thinking, "Oh my god, this is happening," sort of thing? Because
it was. I honestly barely slept that night.
Really?
So I was playing. This is going to sound lame because it's such an old game. I was playing Command and Conquer Red Alert 2.
Banging game, yeah.
So my friend had found a way of playing it online, and he was like, "John, we've got to play this because we used to play it when we were young." And I was like, "Yes." So we were playing that, and then my fiance ran into the room to say, "Your subscribers are going up," and then I had to try and figure out what had happened. So I was like playing the game with my mates while still going back and trying to figure out what had happened. I think I won Red Alert 2 as well. So yeah.
Well done. That's the big thing.
Yeah, Rocketeers, just loads of them. And yeah, I barely slept. Like I went to bed and then I woke up at like 3 in the morning, grabbed my phone,
you're watching it,
looked at it, seen it gone up by another couple of thousand.
Oh, that's mad, isn't it?
I went back to sleep, woke up, did it again at like 5 in the morning. I barely, it was mad.
No, it's really nice to hear because like I think Jack likes doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
from what I've seen, he likes because he's got an audience, a big audience. I think he likes throwing his weight around like that, and I think it's a really nice thing to do for people because obviously like it means a lot, doesn't it?
It does mean a lot, and you know, I'm a long way off yet still making this a career, but it felt just nice to get that like little bit of validation, that feeling like you were on the right step, and like it was good for my partner as well because she's like been putting up with me for a year and a half before that making videos. So we were both just like dancing around in the kitchen.
That's really
like,
cute.
It was just it was insane.
That's a dream, man.
My first video that did well was how I got 11 subscribers in only 5 months. and that video took me to 33 subscribers, and we were dancing around we were dancing around the kitchen to that.
That's
so like
wicked.
it doesn't take a lot to get me happy. So that really took it to another level. Yeah,
that's wicked, man. Honestly, like when I saw it happen as well, because I was in your DMs quite a lot saying like you're so close to 1,000, it's gonna happen, and then it just went woof. I was like, yes, it's done it.
You were supporting me the whole time. You kept saying you're gonna blow up, mate. And I just thought, I don't know what you mean. So you would say that all the time, and I appreciate that. And Jay as well, start making videos. You used to say that to me as well.
Yeah, honestly, Jay's so... I think he's underrated because he doesn't post. He doesn't get the... But he's so good. We won't know Jay, will you?
I know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But he is really good at what he does. He just doesn't post. And like, come on son,
Jay.
Get on with it. But no, so like, Jack wasn't the only big name to be on your channel before that happened, is it? So like, he obviously came and commented and stuff, and you got all of that momentum. But Robbie Knox was there.
Yeah,
and obviously Robbie's not as popular as Jack in terms of subs. And
no, but he helped me gain about 50 subscribers. So you know, he's still got a bit of a draw. And for me back then, when you got less than 1,000, 50 subscribers is a huge deal.
Yeah, it's
a huge
massive.
deal. Yeah.
But like, so you did. This is where the Welly Wanging came from.
Yeah, so Robbie put out a video where he said he was going to do a Q&A, and I answered the Q&A saying, what's the largest animal you could knock out with a single punch?
We actually did that.
We did.
Yeah, we did that.
What was your answer?
I said Komodo dragon.
Really?
He's an idiot.
What did you say, like goat or something like that?
Yeah.
I reckon a big dog. I reckon... We're assuming you've got a free shot.
No, I'm going to lamp a Komodo dragon.
No, you're not.
I am. I mean, like, just a big lizard, isn't it? I'm going to chin it. It's going to...
They literally kill people, though, don't they?
Yeah, but it's because they've got toxic.
Their saliva is infected.
Yeah, so you got...
Yeah, it's not going to lick me, is it? I'm just going to...
No, it's
I've got one dig at it. It's going to stand down. You have that.
You're an idiot.
What do you think about a horse? You reckon KSI's knocking out a horse?
No way.
No way.
He's knocking out a horse?
Imagine.
See what he said in the podcast the other day?
He said he's going to knock out Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
Oh, I think he said it like...
I know he said it in jest, but he still said it.
Imagine.
He was pissed, but yeah, he tweeted it. He tweeted Mike Tyson's like, "No, I can never take you." I was like, "Cool,
no, please."
Yeah, no, but I reckon I could.
You reckon?
It weren't Mike Tyson, it was Mayweather.
There we go, let's have it. The Boy John versus Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Boy John versus Mike. Have it, mate.
There's a question.
Let's call him out.
What amount of money would it take for you to take one dig of Mike Tyson?
I don't know. I don't think there'd be any amount because I could legitimately die.
Yeah, well, that's the thing because
I could actually die.
This is a question that I
I'm
have.
not. I've not taken many blows to this head. Fortunately,
I think I'm a big guy. I could take one and maybe survive.
Yeah, I think the
Are we
chances...
talking full force, Tyson?
Yeah. Oh my god!
In the face.
Prime
No,
Tyson.
there's no way.
No.
There's no way. I would die. I would actually die. I would at least have very bad brain
So
damage.
is there no money?
There isn't any money. No, I'm not that. I'm fairly happy. Like I'm doing all right.
You'd have to set me up for life for that. Because, like you said, it could go horribly wrong. It's
actually-
Mike Tyson.
I actually don't think I would take any money for that. I really don't think so.
£1 million?
No.
No, you'd have to go up.
No.
Up.
No, it'd have to
Set me for life.
It'd have to be
Euro million stature.
I'd take it for $1 million. I would take it for $1 million.
right. If there's anyone who's willing to fund that,
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, I'd love to see you get knocked out.
I would take it for $1 million. Yeah.
No, I'd love to see it as well.
If anyone knows Mike Tyson, and if and if there's anyone willing to fund it, I reckon.
Get him in touch with a proper BTEC.
Imagine the
podcast.
views.
Just using me. Take the $1 million. Back to Robbie Knox.
Yeah, so I asked him what the largest animal we could knock out was, and he was like, he replied to the comment saying, "Great question. We'll answer that in the video."
And he didn't.
And he didn't.
What a knob, Robbie.
Which is fine. He had like dozens. So I made a really like silly tongue-in-cheek, like, oh my god, I can't believe he did it. And at the end of it, I was like, I need a way to finish this video. So I was like, I'm going to challenge him to something. And I was like, challenge you. What's the most ridiculous thing? I'm going to challenge you to lobbing a welly.
How did you come up with the welly thing? Where did you find
no
that?
idea. Like, welly wanging used to happen in a local village to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is how I knew it was a thing. And it was just, at that moment when I was coming up with the video, it was just the most absurd thing I could think of.
Yeah.
And then he messaged back saying, "Yeah, all right." It was like, that was a really good video. I'd happily do that anytime.
So I suppose for him though, like, and I think this is what I really wanted to do it for ages, and like other people as well, because obviously you've had Jack Mate, you've had Max Fosh, you've had Robbie, like they're big names. They must
had Cookie,
right? Obviously, like biggest at the bottom, but don't talk about it, that's fine. But people like that must be like, that's interesting. Let's do that. Let's go chuck some wellies about.
Yeah,
and I think it's very unique, isn't it?
And I think now it's getting to the point where people want to do it, which is great. You know,
just go lob away.
Yeah, like I thought it was a bit of a hard sell at first, but it was actually Jack Mate who said to me, "I reckon I could beat you at lobbing wellies."
Really?
And then he did beat me, but you know.
yeah, but he did cheat though.
He did cheat. He overstepped the mark.
Let's point that out again because that needs to be known. He did cheat. He did cheat.
But and then Max said to me, "If you ever want to do a video together," and I was like, "Well, I've got to challenge him to lobbing a welly." So it's people are actually quite keen to do it now.
Man, I honestly reckon like your welly wanging could go around the world.
Maybe one day you could have like a tournament with all like the big names.
Imagine
cash
that
prize,
a YouTuber tournament for welly wanging.
You could add some more stuff like cheese rolling, the whole lot. Like,
I really there's something called Dorset knob tossing, and I really think that would be so. Apparently,
was it like a doorknob or something?
No, it's like a knob of bread.
Oh, you go launch some bread. What?
Yeah, it's like a knob, and you toss it. What are you not understanding? Yeah, there's a thing called Dorset knob tossing. Check it out.
Yeah, well,
I really want to do that now.
Is it literally just a loaf of bread and you just launch a loaf of bread?
Yeah, like apparently there's like a type of roll which is called a Dorset knob.
Jesus. Honestly, they'll do anything nowadays, isn't it? It's class.
So, but I love the idea. I've said this for a while of doing like a huge event where there's like press conferences and people like training and like
that'd be so good.
People like
how good would that
be? So good.
It would be so good. Honestly, I think that needs to happen. You need to get Jack on board with that.
I think Jack, when I met him, and he's messaged me before and since, is really lovely. He's such a nice guy. I cannot stress that enough. And obviously, the amount he's done for my channel, so I hope I could lean on him for a little bit of help on that. I'm sure he'd be keen. Yeah.
Imagine
sure
like
keen.
Just going down like Hyde Park or something, and then you
get you all dressed up in like a sweatband. I'll be pretend to be your coach. I'm like Cookie, you ready, lad? You get the stopwatch going.
For the Robbie Knox one, I did a proper training montage with the headband and everything.
Oh, you didn't have the glasses for me to get
the zone. What this year?
But like with that though, that has got that potential to go and do that. Like imagine like
it's such an absurd sport,
but it's
it would
so
be
good though,
hilarious if it got that big.
If I saw that on YouTube, I'd be like, yeah, man.
Like the Wembley Cup of welly wanging.
I would get the sidemen there.
But I just think it's such a unique. You can carry that so far, honestly.
Yeah,
and I really hope you do.
There's two things I want to do, and it's that, and ski with Robbie Knox. He keeps promising me that we can go skiing together.
Because he wants to do that. That's what he wants to channel.
He keeps saying he wants to ski together. So those are the two things I now want to do. I want to have a Welly Wanging competition and ski with Robbie Knox. They're the goals. They're the goals.
That'd be so good. Right, let's go to a break. Thank you all for watching so far. We're just going to go to a quick break, and then we'll be back in just a second. If you want to support us here at the Proper BTEC podcast and look great while doing so, why not grab one of these bad boy shirts? Everything about them is Proper BTEC, and you wouldn't expect anything less. Find a link in the description and grab yours now. Anyway, back to the chat.
Well, I feel like I'm talking too much about me.
That's
because I don't know about anything else.
It is about you. Like, your big name on the channel.
All right, well, I think we're ready for the second half now. So, Cookie's got the same problem as I have with this camera, in that it just stops filming after 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying that, but like, we'll get through it. It's okay. This is the BTEC channel, so this is what it's all about.
Welcome back to the BTEC podcast.
What was that?
BTEC podcast.
The
You're
BTEC.
right.
Yeah.
Is that the BTEC way of saying BTEC?
Oh, I don't know. He does this a lot. The amount it takes to get that sorted.
How many of these have you done now?
This is 11.
Oh my god.
This is 11. Oh, shocking shambles, but it's alright. We'll go through it again.
That was the run.
This is it.
This is it. We're going.
Welcome back then. Hope you enjoyed that. That was good. Right, so what are we talking about? Well, don't know what I'm doing there. So we were talking about Robbie Knox. So where do you want to go in the future with your YouTube stuff? Like, because obviously you're at a stage now where it's like it is a viable option to look at the future and sort of plan around, could this be career? Yeah,
well, the thing is like this year, I've gone over this loads of times, but this year for a number of reasons, there's one pretty big obvious one. I'm not working at the moment, so I've got an opportunity now to like chuck myself into my channel, I guess. And I mean, I'd love to be able to do this full time. That is the job. Is that the dream? I'd like. Yeah, I would love to do it full time. I'd love to do it full time. I really like the idea, and everyone does. So I don't want to act like this is sort of like unique or. But I really love the idea of being paid to create something that I want to.
How good would that be?
Yeah. So. I'd love to do that. I'd like to podcast. I'd like to do the whole lot. I really just want to make the most of it.
I think it's the flexibility of it as well.
Yeah, and there's a bit of flexibility. There's a bit of being your own boss. There's a bit of getting out what you put in. Yeah. I really just and being able to be anywhere as well. Yeah. So I mean, in an ideal world, that's what I want to do is to be a full-time YouTuber. And that sounds weird because I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't want to be like... It sounds silly. I don't want to be like famous, but at the same time I want to do it as a full-time job.
I know what you're saying. Do you get embarrassed when you tell people that you do YouTube stuff?
I used to, especially... That was one of the good things about getting the shout-outs, because all of a sudden I felt like I've got this validation now, and I felt a bit more confident to actually tell people what I was trying to do. Yeah. I still struggle to tell some people.
Do you reckon it's the older generation?
Yeah, in-laws as well. Like, I really think sometimes they're looking at me like, what the hell is this clown doing?
I have that same thing.
Like, what is he doing with his time? I keep trying to like really emphasise the potential for it. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm going to be a huge YouTuber at the top end of the potential, but I want to like get people to understand the scope for what is possible. So
yeah, I know what you're saying. Because I think as well, like the growth level is, well, we don't know what it is. It's exponential.
I have no idea.
So obviously, like PewDiePie, 100 million plus. Mr. Beast gets 20 million views a video. Yeah, and it's like that's the sort of upper limit we've got now. But like that's still going to go.
Yeah, and it's just going to keep going and going and going. Like Mr. Beast will overtake PewDiePie, I reckon.
I think so.
And he'll just keep going.
He does it for views anyway.
I think he'll be the first. I think he'll be the first YouTube billionaire.
Do you think?
I certainly think he'll have earned $1 billion over his time on YouTube. Whether he still has it because he's a very charitable guy.
All his money away anyway.
Yeah, because he's a very charitable guy. But I think he'll be the first person to have made $1 billion. Whether or not he still has $1 billion is completely different.
Yeah. But like the ideas he comes out with, I just think are mad.
He's a genius.
Yeah, and he doesn't do the videos I want to make, but he does very good videos, and he's just an example of what is possible.
I just think he's one of those people who just understands it. He just gets it.
He was training from college.
Yeah.
So when he went through college, he trained to be a YouTuber. So you see, he's done videos 5 years ago that he's put to set to release. Yeah. Like one came out the other day, like to my future self.
And he was saying like, I want to be on 1 million subscribers. I saw that, and he's now on like, what is he, 44?
It's a lot.
44?
I don't know, but it's a lot.
He never predicted that. No. I know he was dedicated to it. But people always say like, what's the end goal? And I think, for me, it's to do YouTube.
Just get paid for it.
Yeah.
That's it, income.
I sort of have vague ambitions for something a bit more charitable as well that I'd like to do, but that's not like a fully formed idea yet.
No, fair
but
enough.
I think that YouTube would give a platform for that as well. Because obviously I've worked in Zimbabwe 3 times now. So I've got sort of vague plans for something I'd like to do there as well.
So when you say you've worked in, have you travelled quite extensively? Like, because Zimbabwe is quite a weird one in terms of.
It is weird. It's like when I say that to people, they think I'm joking.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
It's like a joke.
But like, have you with that? Have you travelled to other places as well? Because I know you've been to Australia.
Yeah, so I did it. So yeah, when I was saying about all my crazy jobs earlier, I also lived in Australia for a year and worked for a conference company.
So you have got about quite a bit.
Yeah,
like 3 tours of Zimbabwe. I say that like it's a military operation. I don't really like that. But like, yeah, you've been in Australia for a bit, in Zimbabwe a few times.
Travelled back through Southeast Asia.
Have you?
Yeah, and the sort of affinity for Africa actually came when I was younger. I did like a charity thing in South Africa where I like worked in a school.
You've been to South Africa as well?
I've been to South Africa 3 times as well.
Mad. It's mad. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to like do my school had like a twin school that they did an exchange with, but it was more like a charitable sort of connection. So I went there when I was in year 11, at the end of year 11, and then I went back when I finished school, and then I've been back again.
So you've had, honestly, like that, because you're 30.
Yeah.
So in that like 10-15 year period, you've done quite a lot.
I've not sat down. I've not sat
honestly,
still.
Like, would you recommend that to other people?
Yeah, for me personally, it depends, doesn't it? Because the other way of looking at it is like, oh, you're 30 and you're still unsettled. So it depends what your ambitions are in life. I'm quite happy with how things have gone for me because I feel like I've experienced lots of different things. I've seen lots of different parts of the world. I've done it when I've had the sort of freedom and time to do so.
And your health as well, I suppose.
And my health, you know, I'm was meant to get married this year.
Yeah.
So I am getting married, and my partner's just got a job with the NHS, so we're going to be settling down.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was quite good to do as much of that travelling as I could. I don't think my travelling's finished yet either.
No.
But I personally would recommend it, but that's because it worked for me. Some people might have different ambitions, so it would be hard for me to say that's what you should do.
Do you think travelling makes you more of a rounded person? I know it's very cliche that travel broadens the mind and all that, but like from my experiences, it sort of opens my eyes to different things. It's
changed who I am. I don't know if that's for the better or for the worse, but I'm pretty happy with who I am.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes me a more rounded person. I think it teaches you to not sweat some of the small stuff sometimes, but other times I can be quite uptight, so I have no idea if that's accurate.
Yeah,
I think having lots of life experience is a good thing.
I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Yeah, I think
so you've had it quite young as well when you moved to Scotland, didn't it?
Yeah.
So like when you were 16.
Yeah, it was interesting.
That is mad. Like that's quite ballsy of a 16-year-old to just.
It was on your own as well, wasn't it?
Yes, moved out there for a year.
Oh, what's that?
Nah, it's alright. It's like the only thing I realised when you go there. It's like, as a culture, I thought Great Britain would be all as one.
Yeah.
You go out there, they hated me.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just...
Did you experience that?
Yeah. Anywhere else in the world?
No, well, I mean, Australians like to give a bit of stick.
Is he doing it? There you go. I told you to do it.
That big boy
That's it, it's the clock. That's the woodpecker, yeah.
Yeah. Do that one.
Well done. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Sorry.
That's alright.
I told you it was going to go.
No, that's brilliant. I'm a fan of that. So it makes a different bird noise for each hour.
Yeah, it is.
That's good.
How good's that?
That is brilliant. So twice a day you can hear a woodpecker. That's brilliant.
Mate, honestly, 3 o'clock in the morning, what's that? But yeah, what were we talking about?
Racism in countries.
Oh yeah, British racism.
Yeah, a little bit like, but not racism. Like the Australians like to give a bit of stick.
Poms and that.
My mum is Irish, and whenever I go to Ireland, I don't sound like I'm half Irish. So
yeah.
So, but you know, it's never anything other than sort of light-hearted. I don't think.
So when I was in New Zealand, because obviously we inherited their land, we took it basically, and we got a bit of a bad reputation. I see us in a different way. So obviously we only see what we have about us here. So like,
yeah.
Obviously we conquered the world. We put everything right. That's what I would describe as us. But like, if you go to New Zealand, it's a bit of a different.
Yeah, there's a very different view. Like, especially because one of the countries was Zimbabwe, so
yeah.
But then they were less hostile there because they when the UK left, then Mugabe came into power, and there was quite a lot of ill feeling towards Mugabe. So, but yeah, like it is very that is one thing that you do learn when you travel to different countries, how they perceive the British.
Yeah, and I find it really interesting
because we are sort of the big villains of history, you know.
And it's really weird to think about. You're not taught this.
No.
So obviously you're taught we won World War II and we're the heroes. Yeah. But like you look deeper into it and you go to different countries, it's a very different image.
Horrible.
But everyone only learns about their own country. I speak to quite a lot of American YouTubers, and they can. I have no. They talk to me about. They try to banter me over like independence, and I'm like, I have no idea. Yeah, do you know how many countries they've got declared independence from? But my point is that each country just learns about their own history.
Yeah,
100%. And then I suppose a lot of countries will then learn how the British impacted their history.
Yeah, it'd be quite interesting to see how Germany perceives that. Do you think they teach their children what happened in the war?
Apparently they do. Apparently they're very hot on it because they want to
change.
They want to change. I remember watching a program. I can't remember which one it was. No, it's not going to come to me. But they were showing how in Germany they're quite keen to teach their history as a sort of lesson, which we don't actually really do in the UK. So maybe we could do a bit more of that. We could actually probably learn from Germany.
I think like the colonialism stuff is something we should really be teaching, because obviously like around the world, like I said about New Zealand stuff, we went there and just killed the Maori people, and it's like we haven't got a very good reputation on that side of things. So it's like the same with Australia. Captain James Cook when I founded it. And he didn't have a very good name.
No,
around that area.
I love how this podcast has gone from Robbie Knox to genocide, which is a lovely little connection.
Yeah. We had to make the connection somehow. But it is interesting.
It is interesting. Long story short, I'd recommend travelling, and also you're right. It is interesting to learn other countries' perspectives and cultures, including their perspective of the UK.
100%. Yeah. So we've asked you to come up with a Woman of the Week. This is a new thing we started on the Proper BTEC podcast. Yeah. First week was Riley Reid and Lizzie Dynan. I thought two very beautiful women. Now,
I wasn't prepared for this. You told me this like moments ago.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I probably should have watched your podcast before, and then I would have known.
I know, it's pretty shocking to be
rude.
How does that make you feel? I'm pretty livid about it. Do you have one? Should we go for Hayden first, and we'll come back to you?
Yeah, if you could do, that'd be great.
Who's going to be your Woman of the Week then, boss?
So it's another beautiful woman.
Go on.
Shows my name, Lana Rhodes.
Oh, for God's sake!
Is this going to get me cancelled? Like before?
No, this won't get you cancelled. She might get me cancelled.
This week she released her, I think it was 50,000. It was something 50,000 views or something, 50 million or something like that views on the channel that we all watch. She released it, and she made it free. Now, normally she only does premium stuff, so she has to pay, but she made it free. So this week she made my week.
Do you know who Lana Rhodes is?
No.
Who is it? Go on. Tell him.
She's actually quite big in the YouTube community.
Recently.
She hangs out with Jake Paul, Logan Paul and all those.
But I don't hang out with them, so it's
maybe one day Lana Rhodes. Yeah, but who is Lana Rhodes? Tell him as blunt as.
She's a porn star.
There you go. Right, okay. Number 2.
Also an actress.
The Woman of your week, the woman that you thought was the most inspirational, the most inspiring, the most...
100%.
Right. Go on, Cookie. Can you try and redeem us?
Yeah, so we got Lana Rhodes. So my one's going to be someone. My one's going to be someone who I've met before, and I've watched her career develop. I did work experience at an ice rink back in year 10. And this is
are you good on the blades? Are you?
No, shocking. Okay. But I just skate high, just giving out just shoes and that is easy. But like she used to come in before school and after school, train twice a day, and now she's national champion 4 times running.
Right.
Very successful lady. My person's Natasha Makai. She's a Scottish girl. She lives in Dundee now.
Okay.
For a little bit, she lived in Coventry, where she was training here. I can't remember why. I think it's because at the time it was one of the best places to be. But now she's back up in Dundee, and I think she hasn't done anything specific in the week. But off the top of it, I thought she's a really good role model for people.
So you've gone for someone who's a hard-working, good role model.
Yeah, and she's beautiful as well.
And Hayden's gone for
hard-working, good role model.
I'm not saying that she isn't hardworking. I'm just wondering. I was just wondering what the logic was.
She's a beautiful woman.
She puts in a shift.
Right.
I'm gonna go for Alex Morgan because she has recently signed for Spurs Ladies, and I think that's going to do a lot. Obviously, I'm a Spurs fan. I think that's going to do a lot to raise the profile of Spurs ladies, and also I think probably ladies football in the UK.
I would completely agree with that. That's a really good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually like
because he hates women's football.
I don't hate it. I think it needs to be changed.
I watched Spurs Arsenal ladies in the FA Cup this year, and we got absolutely destroyed by Arsenal. But Alex Morgan wasn't playing, so I feel hopefully she's going to come in and start scoring some goals and raise their profile.
I think with women's football as well, because Chelsea signed Sam Kerr, and she's the Australian. She's amazing. Like big players are coming over to England to come and play now.
So that I think that can only be good for the sport. So yeah, mine's going to be Alex Morgan.
Alex Morgan, Lana Rhodes, Natasha Makai. We'll put the pictures in. That'll be good. Yeah, yeah, thank you for that.
We'll get
That's
the board soon. They will be on the board.
We're going to get a board. Yeah,
you're going to get a board.
We're going to get a board.
We're like. So they're going to be on the board. we're going to ask you where you want to put on the board when we get the board.
I'm so excited about the board.
Oh, that's it, isn't it? All these ideas, eh? But yeah, that's going to be Women of the Week. I think 3 very good choices.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, really.
I'm happy with mine.
Yeah, good. I'm happy. Yeah, Alex Morgan's a really good shot. Because I saw about that. I saw the picture of her with Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, and Ledley King. Don't forget.
Oh, was it Ledley King? I didn't see him in the picture.
He's the new assistant coach at Spurs as well.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, fair play. He's a good player when he played. To be fair,
he was one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in Spurs,
when you were doing your best Premier League lineup of all
King?
time, I would have had him.
Would you?
Yeah, of course I would.
Is that because of bias, like Spurs?
Of course, it's because of bias, but because
he'd have had Gazza in the mix and everything.
Oh yeah,
and he'd been pissed at half time.
Well, would I have had Gazza in the mix? I probably wouldn't have had Gazza in the mix. I don't know if I would have had any other Spurs players in. Potentially, if you could choose the season, potentially the 07-08 season, or is it 08, 06, 07? Bale season.
Yeah,
potentially. But I don't think that would overtake. Would it overtake Giggs? No, probably not.
No?
So no probably wouldn't.
So moving forward then, with your Welly Wanging and with your channel,
yeah.
What do you want to achieve video wise?
What do I want to achieve video-wise? How do you mean?
So, like, is there a certain type of video that you want to do that gets seen by everyone? Actually, a better question: who's your like dream guest for Welly Wanging?
Louis Theroux.
What a shout that is! Yeah, I love that. I reckon he'd love that as well.
I think he'd be well up for it. And I'll be honest with you: if I could see my content going in any direction in a few years' time, I'd like to do more long-form,
like documentary sort of
documentaries. Louis Theroux style, that sort of gonzo journalism style that he sort of
I don't know who
pioneered.
That is. So if
you don't know who Louis Theroux is?
People that don't know who that is.
I don't have to explain to anyone who Louis Theroux is.
Are you mad?
He had like 4. He's had programmes out this year.
You're an idiot.
Who is he?
What do you mean? Who is it? How do you not know Louis Theroux?
Is he on BBC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black guy.
No, Jesus Christ!
I don't know him. Then.
You're an idiot, man. Honestly,
he's a white guy. What does he look like?
He's white, black haired, short. He's got a bit of a grey beard now.
Is there anyone else out there that doesn't know?
You do realise my generation don't watch TV.
Your generation should love this man.
He's on Netflix. He's like the king of Netflix.
Who is he then?
Go and watch Louis Theroux's Weird Weekends on Netflix. It's one of the most watched programmes.
You would love it because it's mental.
This week on Netflix, it was in their top 10.
Yeah. Weird Weekends, mate. Honestly, he goes to see porn stars, strippers, prisons, all of this. It's that sort of stuff. You would love it.
Wrestlers.
I can't believe you. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny, that one. But like, did you see one with the child, the drugs with the kids? And
the medicated America.
So
Can you
weird.
get a photo of this guy?
Yeah, I'll get a photo. I'm baffled.
He was on Bake Off last year. Celebrity Bake Off.
You wouldn't watch that. Bake Off. What do you mean? Who watches Bake Off? Country.
I love a bit of Bake Off.
Yeah, my country over the age of 25.
Like, you say some absurd things, but this has shocked me. This has genuinely shocked me. I can't believe you don't know who this person is. That's Louis Theroux.
Oh, I know that guy.
You're an idiot. You're idiot, man. Have you ever seen his stuff?
Yeah, I'm teasing him, yeah.
Jesus Christ, honestly.
I don't know him by his name.
John, what's going on here, boss?
Just playing around.
So I don't know if we can see that, but John's just spilled his...
Don't worry, I'll send the footage so that you can see what's going on here. I've spilt my drink.
Diverted it from you.
Spilt my drink mid broadcast there.
What's going on here, John? Are you a bit nervous? Eh?
Evidently. Apologies. Unfortunately, not much left, you know.
No,
drank it very quickly.
Just a little bit of a dribble. Yeah, you did, yeah. Shock. And it's gone.
So my ideal guest for Welly Wanging would be Louis Theroux. And he would also be, if I could say, like, in 10 years, if I'm still doing YouTube, what sort of thing would I like to do? I'd like to go and, like, disappear for, like, a year and then come back with, like, a part documentary series,
That'd
and
be
they can come
wicked.
out episodically or something like that.
No, fair enough.
And I think that will be the future of YouTube as well. I think that sort of thing will happen. Yeah.
Where do you see YouTube going?
I've no idea. Like,
It's weird, isn't it?
I've
Load of
no
people
idea.
sitting in bubbles reacting to other videos.
Yeah.
It's the most watched thing on YouTube at the moment.
What reactions?
Yeah.
It's been the most watched videos are the things that you wouldn't expect
It's just reaction videos.
because they're being watched by people that don't normally watch YouTube.
Yeah, I suppose. But no, that's fair enough. Like, that sounds really interesting. Is there anything like video-wise then that you've got on the horizon that you want to really put time and effort into, apart from obviously like you said about the documentary stuff? But
right now, no. Right now, what I want to do more of is my challenges and putting those together and vlog more in the meantime, and hopefully something will develop over that. Yeah. Well, put it this way: what is there? Where do you reckon your channel will be in a year's time?
Absolutely no idea.
No idea?
Absolutely no idea. I don't know what I'm doing on my channel right
No.
now. Like, I like animals. I like the challenges. It's not conducive together, but I don't know what to do. So it's just, it doesn't work.
So how would you describe your channel?
It's a mixed bag, isn't it? Like, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I think that's the same with me though.
But I think you could more centre yours around vlogs. Like, you could say I do a little bit of vlogging. Do you know what I mean?
You can do vlogs with the occasional animal.
I could.
So I think the second channel saved your channel because you just put so much random stuff on the main channel. I don't think people really knew.
They don't know what. Yeah, like some people subscribe for a challenge, and the next video is big cats, and they're like, "What's going on here?" Then.
So would you say that your running video has been what brought the most people over?
It has by far. It's brought half of my channel to where it is now. It's
So they're expecting to see more stuff like that.
Yeah, so when they see a Big Cats in Britain or a Loch Ness Monster video, they're like, "What's going on here?" Then I didn't subscribe for this.
But I think that's it. Like we're only small channels still. We're feeling our way through. I think.
Yeah. I think you can do that when you're small channel.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And I think also when you're big, if you don't develop, you're not going to continue. You're not going to get better, and also people will get bored of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to change. You can't do the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's impossible. The people that have survived the longest on YouTube are the people that have adapted and changed.
Like, I think KSI is prime example. Like, he started off with the FIFA videos, and then it just went from there. He started doing rapping and stuff, and then obviously.
And he's now at a point. If he'd have carried on doing FIFA videos, he might not have grown to where he is now. But he's now at a point where if he did a FIFA video, people would love it.
Love it. Yeah, exactly.
People don't watch him for the they're watching for him though.
Yeah,
I think that's the key thing, isn't it? That is the key thing. You've got to do it for you, and then if you do that, people will stay for you.
Literally,
and you've got to be that personality.
KSI could be fishing in the river somewhere, and I'd go watch it.
How good is that though?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's what we need more of is diversity on YouTube, and just in terms of like what people are making.
So who's your favourite YouTuber
right now?
Yeah,
apart from you.
Hey!
Ching ching! Should we make out now?
Yeah. Again.
Go wang each other.
We banged each other off, yeah.
I don't know. Right now, I was showing you about that girl, Natalie. Yeah. I really like her stuff. I like Jack's Happy Hour. I think that's really good. He's just developed that so well. And off the top of my head, YBS Youngbloods. So this is an Australian fella. He lives on the Ningaloo Reef on the top. Where is it? Western side. He vlogs marine life.
Really?
Yeah. He's a free diver. So he just spearfishing. Goes out on his boat with his dog. Honestly, it's so relaxing watching it. And like he's an Australian, so that wins anyway.
Do you watch much YouTube? Do you have a favourite?
Yeah. So I watch Sidemen. Obviously. Then like there's a guy called Nepenthes that I watch.
Yeah.
I just watch like the genetic stuff.
What about
See, this is what I was going to say. I struggle to answer that. I don't know what my favourite type of content is. I quite like the relaxed nature of Robbie Knox's videos, for example.
I love it. So that's the person I should have said, because I really like that.
And which are really good. I like. I don't know. I don't know what else I watch really at the moment.
It's different. Do you find yourself more of you're a doer than a watcher? No.
I am now, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a tendency to get in ruts and just watch people and tell myself that it's for inspiration.
I'm exactly.
But then actually
nothing.
But then nothing happens.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah,
we're so alike in this sort of thing. We both message each other like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And it's like, but I'm
and yet we're here.
Yeah, there we go. We don't know what we're doing on the podcast. But no, fair enough. I think we'll leave it there because you got to shoot off, haven't you?
We can rock on for another 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So, yeah.
All right. We'll get 5 more minutes out of it.
Yeah, we can squeeze this out.
Yeah, we'll squeeze the juice dry. But yeah, no. So
Charlie, if you're wondering why I was back late on Friday,
he's with the lads. With the lads. Up the boys.
But it wasn't the traffic jam. I told you.
He's been lying.
You're only finding out now.
But no, you know, with the lockdown stuff, and obviously your plans were cancelled.
Yeah.
I had a very similar thing with going to New Zealand.
Yeah.
I was supposed to do that last week. I was speaking earlier. And how has that been for you? Has that been tough to deal with?
Yes. I mean, it's very hard, isn't it? Because I don't want to make out like what I'm doing is harder than anyone else. But I was due to get married this year. So me and my fiance moved in with my parents last year, which was tough but we wanted to like save money for the wedding, and also to go travelling after the wedding,
like a big long
honeymoon travel.
Wicked.
So we quit our jobs maybe 2 weeks before lockdown.
Imagine
that.
Honestly.
And then because we were going to get married in April,
yeah,
and then we were going to go straight away, and then all this kicked off. So then we ended up having to move in with Charlie's mum. So we've sort of ended up in this weird limbo, sort of jobless limbo. Because Charlie's also got a job that's starting, but we don't know where it's going to be, which sounds weird, but it's an NHS grad management scheme, and they haven't told her where in the country it's going to be. Right. So we now don't know what we're doing with ourselves, because I can't even get a job because the chances are we'll be moving. Yeah.
So with this, right, because I was gonna do this in a video. I spoke to you about it, like called "Losing My Mind," and I was gonna allude to this with the fact that obviously that happened, and obviously you had these plans and they've been scrapped for now. How have you adapted to that? Like, do you feel like time has stopped, but it hasn't at the same time?
Yeah, this year has weirdly gone by incredibly quickly and incredibly slowly.
Yeah,
because I feel like because we're not doing anything, time has just like slowed down and sped up. It's really odd. Like, I can't believe it's already the 7th of October, 6th of October. What day is it?
8th. 9th.
The 9th of October. Like, I actually thought it was a few days before then. I remember when the clocks went forward in lockdown, and now they're about to go back again. It's just I can't.
I even process that.
Yeah, it's actually mad.
But you think back to February, that feels like a lifetime ago. But like,
I had a stag do in February.
So at least you get another one.
I've told my my groomsmen that I absolutely have to have another stag.
Yeah, of course, that'd be wicked.
Yeah.
That's positives then.
Exactly.
But like, it's just like, so how have you adapted to that sort of situation? Like, has it been difficult for you? Because I know for me, it's been really difficult.
It's been. I found, like everyone, that I've had moments of like real inactivity and low motivation, but at the same time, I also then got the shout out from Jack. So
yeah,
I've then felt sometimes guilty about my lack of motivation because I felt like I've been handed an opportunity to kick on. It's peaks and troughs. I think it probably is for everyone. Like, sometimes it's okay, sometimes I'm active, sometimes I'm doing a lot, sometimes I kind of don't know what to do with myself. So I think it's been tough, but it's been tough for everyone. So I don't want to make out like it's a unique.
I know what you're saying. So like, have you replanned the wedding? Have you got a date set? Or
yeah, but it's now next November.
Next November, okay.
So
do you think you'll be able to do it?
I think next November we should be able to.
Fucking hope so, innit? Fucking hope so.
We cancelled it and moved it to this November, and in April we thought that's so far away.
Yeah.
There's no way there's going to be a problem.
And now we're here, it's like,
you know. So next November, like, I think it's going to be fine.
Yeah,
but
I hope for your sake it is, because obviously it's a very big thing for you as a person and as a couple.
If it's not, like, we're not under any illusions that marriage is going to change our life in whatever way. We don't want to be naive and say that life is going to be exactly the same either. But, you know, we don't think it's going to change who we are as a couple and who we are as people. So in that respect, there wasn't a huge rush, but also we decided to get married because we wanted to get married. So it's now a bit of a like, if it gets cancelled again, we'll just do something really small.
You can have a wedding with 6 people.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Isn't that nice?
With masks on. Ooh.
But her parents are apart, so that's like literally just parents.
One of them people has to be the vicar or the geezer that's doing
okay, so now one of them has been off as well.
Okay, your mum or your dad, which one do you want to learn? Welcome back again.
Welcome back again. Sorry about this. The camera shut off. Very unprofessional here on the Proper BTEC podcast, as you'd expect. Yeah, what were you saying?
I think I was just saying, like, I'm feeling a bit more positive now. But
Right.
I go through peaks and troughs of that as well. But I'm feeling okay at the moment. So today is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. No, that's really good.
What's the year been like for you?
Again, up and down. I think because obviously we were furloughed, so I was happy to be paid to do nothing. And then obviously, and then YouTube was like, right, I can crack on with this. I'm basically a YouTuber if I have that mindset. And then I was really enjoying it, and when the call back to work came, I was like, oh, I'm going back to my life.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
He was devastated.
I was gutted.
On Discord every night, I was like, I want to go back to work.
But,
I don't want to get back to work.
But my YouTube got to a point where I was seriously considering sacking my job in. Because it was earning that much money. I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
But it dropped off. So obviously, I want a 3-month period where it stays the same at a good level.
Yeah. And then you think, right, okay, that's evidence enough that I can kick on.
Let's go for it.
Right.
But it didn't. So I had 2 good months, and I thought, right, please be another one. It didn't. It dropped.
Right.
And then it dropped again, and it's flatlined now at like a pocket money level. So which is fine. It's really good. I'm still earning money from YouTube, which is mad.
Yeah.
But it's not enough for me to be like, right, I just sack it in, because that was a real big thing for me, wasn't it? You remember?
Yeah.
I hated it. I was really dreading going back. I like my job,
but you know, it's interesting, isn't it? Because you like your job, but you know what you want to do.
It's not what I want to do. Swimming teaching.
Exactly.
I enjoy it, and I like helping kids learn how to swim and stuff. But it's not where I want to be next year or in a few years' time. Like for now, as a stopgap and a good wage, it's all right.
Yeah.
But it's not what I want to be doing. I think that was really difficult for me, because like I put a lot of time and effort into the YouTube stuff. It did really well, and then it dropped, and I was like. Oh. And then work came back. I was like, oh. So it was a double whammy. But like you were saying, everyone's got their own like ups and downs with it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think, but that's been really difficult for me. I really didn't want to go back to work in that sort of regard.
But that's quite nice in a way. It's in that the reason that it's not been good is because you've actually figured out what you want to do, which I think is a positive overall.
Yeah. But like,
because there's so many people out there that don't even have a clue. I know you're saying I don't know what kind of content I want to do, but at least you know that you want to be making content. I think that's.
It's a start.
More than a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I would love to do this full-time basis. Like it would be.
Let's make it happen, mate.
It would be unreal. Yeah, we'll do it together.
We'll do it together.
We'll hold hands on that.
I hope you do get big.
And then the podcast has got to do well.
Yeah.
You need to start paying your co-host.
I like this, 'cause I know when in 10 years' time I can go back and watch this, and I can just look at like Matt past
how much of an idiot you've been.
No, just like I'm gonna love it.
Yeah.
Do you think future you's gonna be like really happy with your women of the week?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's remind myself who that is again.
See, that's what lockdown brought to me. Was all these beautiful women.
Right. Well, I'm glad, mate. I really
So I do think like because you two like you're the kind of people that go around the world to go see different stuff. You like go up and get. Where me, I'm quite like a relaxed.
Wank yourself into a coma.
No, literally. And so lockdown for me, I feel really like lockdown was perfect.
Yeah.
I was sat in my bed, chilled out. You're alright. Go see my mates. Got money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Go to the pub after a while, and then just go home, relax.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was in like your heads.
Yeah, I do think that different personality types dealt with it in different ways.
Yeah,
like I've got some friends where it didn't affect their life too much, but I sometimes go, oh, how are they not wanting to travel more? But they're happy. They're so happy. And they're so content. Yeah. So there's, each their own. And I am envious because sometimes I wish I didn't get sort of agitated and twitchy and wanting to be doing things, but can't help it, can you?
People like me are lucky that we've got people like you to go do all the stuff for us, and we can just go watch it on YouTube.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that.
I don't want to try going vegetarian for a month. What did this go?
That is literally it.
Yeah, it's a good show. I've never thought of it that way before. Fair place. Yeah. Quickly before we finish.
Yep.
If you've got 2 or 3 YouTubers that you watch right now you think deserve a shout out.
Oh,
who would you? I know I've put you on the spot here because I have not told you about this at all. But like, if you could think of 2 or 3 people right now,
do you know what? It's so hard because
they can be big as well. You can say Jack, mate. But
because the great thing about being a small YouTuber, I don't know if you find this, is that you get to know and meet and learn a lot about lots of other small YouTubers. I don't know if you found the same. So there's a guy I made a video with called Very Blurry.
Yeah, you mentioned
Argentinian. He's very good.
So you did a good video, a silent video with him.
Yeah, where we didn't talk, which was quite a good video. I was quite happy with that one.
What happened? Imagine just thinking me and you doing a silent video.
But it wasn't like they were miming.
Yeah, we should have done that.
What are you thinking of?
No, that is what it was.
The camera, like,
right.
Yeah, no, that was it.
Silent podcast. Just nodding at each other, just swearing at each other. Coming soon.
But I've got to shout him out because he's not even on 300 subscribers yet, and that sort of blows my mind because what the videos he creates are far beyond what I'm even capable of creating. So he definitely deserves more recognition.
No, it's fair. We'll put his link in the description. When we clip this up as well, that'll be in a...
Yeah.
The Boy John's top 3 picks.
There's a Welsh YouTuber I've started watching called Andrew Made a Film.
Right.
I think he's got about 6,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
He does really cool videos. So I'm going to say him.
Yeah, I don't know that one. I'll go check that one.
Oh, I'm going to upset so many people because I speak to so many YouTubers as well.
So I noticed when you did a shout out thing on your channel in the video. And you said it's in a playlist.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, clever. I like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't upset anyone.
If we're going to say 3, I'm going to say once again someone who I think should have a lot more subscribers. They don't have 1,000 yet, and I think they do. There's an American guy called Danny Rauner.
He really cracked me up in your video.
Yeah, he's very funny. He does like sketch comedy.
Yeah.
His sketches are always hilarious.
So blunt.
Yeah. So I've done a few videos with him as well, and I think we've got one coming out on Sunday. So
okay, cool.
Should be by the time this video's up. So
yeah, wicked.
He's a good laugh.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you for your top 3 picks. Thank you for your Woman of the Week.
Yeah.
Thank you for turning up at the Proper BTEC podcast.
I hope I was all right. Did I do all right?
You smashed it. Honestly, you're natural. Like I say, natural this.
Yeah, I've been vlogging this as well, so you know.
Yeah, I'll be on his channel, wanging some wellies and that, and then vlog. So yeah, no, I think you've been really good. So we'll wrap it up there, shall we?
I've done a good job, have I?
You've absolutely smashed it. Honestly, like it's been so good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's really good, wasn't it?
Brilliant. Okay, so is this the end of the? How do we end it now? How do we end the podcast?
We end the podcast. Right. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.
And peace.
Peace. Oh, actually, can you tell my viewers to piss off?
Piss off.